WBC Fight Night number 2. First fight we got Bill Hawk versus Adam Jabbar already in. This is an undercard fight, 6 rounds, 2 minutes. Bill Hawk coming off a loss in his first fight against Naoya Inoue. Both showcased really good boxing potential. Adam Jabbar, pretty seasoned. Nice head movement from both fighters so far. Still seeing nice head movement from both fighters. Minute left in the first round. Nice light combination from Jabbar. Bill Hawk responds with a 1-2 to the guard. Oh, nice combo from Hawk, but Jabbar also doing some damage with these light combinations. Both fighters looking pretty close to a stun here as Bill Hawk catches beautiful stun off a lean back as Jabbar now on wobbly legs. Hawk looking for the finish. Jabbar still in the fight though. 30 seconds to work around. Hawk looking dangerously low to a knockdown as well. He cannot get too sluggish, but Jabbar, first one to taste the canvas. Starting to see a bit of bodywork too from Jabbar, but Hawk responding very well with a light, speedy combination. Both fighters trading hooks at the end there. Hawk using pretty good combinations against Jabbar. Jabbar really moving that head away from Hawk, as we see here, as Hawk forced to clench, burning his stamina. Nice hook catching Jabbar off a left uppercut. Jabbar starting to play a bit on the offense in the corner. 3-piece hitting Hawk, as you see nice head movement coming from Jabbar as well. That might be what just will win him this fight if he's able to really capitalize off of it. But Hawk also landing some pretty clean hits, given the fact Jabbar really using that head movement. 30 seconds left in the second round. Both fighters trading light combinations. Big, straight, breaking the guard of Jabbar, as now Jabbar trying to pick up the pace, but getting caught with a big combination by Hawk. Jabbar down again for the second time, still up. This fight is far from over. Big uppercut coming around for Jabbar. 10 seconds left in the second round. Nice hook. Hawk really showcasing that he might have potential in the lightweight division here. Into the third rounds. So far, Hawk up 2 knockdowns on Jabbar. Jabbar has his moments in this fight, but unfortunately, I don't think he's really able to secure the knockdown. Hawk really playing his game here. Jabbar again low. A big hook. Bodywork hook again. Jabbar on wobbly legs. Just trying to find something in this fight. Hook missing as Hawk sends Jabbar down again for the third time in this fight. Can Jabbar Find his timing, find a combination. Will this be a one-sided fight for Hawk? Nice 1-2 from Jabbar. Hook catching the guard of Hawk. Oh, big light combination from Jabbar. 50 seconds to work around. Hawk looking dangerously low. 1-2 connecting. Nice head movement from both fighters. Jabbar trying desperately to bring Hawk down. But will he be able to find the shot that will send Hawk down? Big uppercut for Jabbar. And now Hawk off a stun. And there it is. It could be. There it is. First knockdown for Jabbar. This could be the turning point of this fight if Jabbar keeps it up. Ten seconds left in the third round. Oh, a big combination coming through for Hawk, though. 1-2 to the body of Jabbar. Hawk just exploding in the last few seconds of the third round. We're into the fourth. Immediately back in the center of the ring. Jabbar now playing a bit on the back foot. Four-piece combination landing for Jabbar. Hawk catching the guard of Jabbar. Big hook coming around for Hawk and asserting dominance with that power jab. Close to a minute left in the fourth round. Both fighters looking pretty equal in terms of wear. Hawk looking a bit worse for wear compared to Jabbar in the fourth round here. A minute for Jabbar to work around as Hawk in for the clinch. Nice head movement from Jabbar, catching a stun off the body. Can we see him send Hawk down again? For the second time, a three-piece combination sending Hawk and Jabbar now turning the tables. 3-2 knockdowns, 2-3 knockdowns now. Jabbar starting to feel a bit more comfortable in the ring. Starting to pick up on his timing. Now playing in the corner. I'm not sure if that's where he really wants to be. Light uppercuts really catching Hawk on his way down. Another one. Beautiful head movement from both fighters. Jabbar catching the better end of it. But the stamina difference is looking a bit more favorable for Hawk as Jabbar burning his stamina, but not enough time as we're into the fifth round of this fight. So far, Hawk up 3 knockdowns. Jabbar turning it around, finding 2 knockdowns in the third and fourth round. Jabbar looking a lot worse for wear in terms of stamina, but so far he's still managing to put up, given the facts. Breaking the guard. Hawk should have probably thrown a big hook there, but decided not to. I think he's starting to play a bit more cautiously, knowing that Jabbar is up, but a big hook lands. Jabbar still responding very well. Light combinations, not really exerting too much effort. Really working around that stamina as Hawk now looking dangerously low. 50 seconds on the clock for Jabbar to work around as he's kind of smelling a knockdown coming. Starting to burn his stamina, but this could be dangerous as Jabbar sells the 5th round. Bill Hawk wins by knockout in the 1st or the 5th round. All right, already on to the next fight where Ashton Eldridge, dominant heavyweight so far, getting his debut in the heavyweight division, coming off another win on a win streak, I believe, against William Smith, someone who had potential, but we'll see if William can keep up with Eldridge. I know Smith is pretty good with that head movement, as we're seeing so far. Heavyweight bout. Eldridge really looking to claim his spot in the heavyweight division. Wants to claim a belt. Will Smith be able to find what I would say an upset? Already both fighters slugging. Light combinations, big hooks. Ashton Eldridge with a fast combination, catching at Smith as he's looking dangerously low here, and Eldridge smells that as he overhand comes around and sends Smith down a minute in to the 1st round. Will Smith find his timing in this fight? I'll have to admit, I don't really see the damage adding up for Smith. Nice movement, head movement, finding a little uppercut. Smith now playing on the back foot a bit, trying to really collect himself as Eldridge stun meter starting to build up. Same for Smith though. Uppercut catching the guard of Eldridge. Broken guard, hook coming through as Smith. Getting Eldridge pretty low here. Cannot be too sluggish though. Eldridge, I'll have to admit, has that speed, given that he's a heavyweight. Hook narrowly missing Eldridge there. Was not a counter though. And a big 2-piece light uppercut catching Smith, and an uppercut power uppercut, sending him down. Smith down again for the second time in the first round. We move on to the second. We'll see if Smith can find his way around the speed of Eldridge. Smith more so on the back foot. Eldridge the one really trying to press up against him. Light combination coming from Eldridge. 1-2 catching the guard of Smith. Smith looking pretty low again. And again, a big stiff jab sending Smith down for the third time in this fight. We have people telling the ref to stop the fight. I don't know if Smith really can bounce back from this. It's just looking very unfortunate. But a nice light combination coming through for Smith. But unfortunately, just not enough damage. "50 seconds left in the second round. Smith desperately trying anything that will hopefully find him success. Go into the body, go into the head. Nice dash though, swaying that hook coming from Eldridge. But Smith looking low again. I just don't know if it's the chin health difference or what, but Eldridge just really putting up with the damage of Smith as he's on wobbly legs again. Eldridge looking for the finish. Quadruple jab, sending Smith down, and that's it. All right, up next we got Gale Ross versus Willie Diaz. Willie Diaz 2-0. Gale Ross looking like a journeyman with his record 2-6. Both fighters though 2 knockouts in their wins. Willie Diaz looking has been looking a bit dominant so far, but Gale Ross definitely a challenge of his own. Nice light combination coming from Diaz. Big uppercut coming through, but Ross sends a hook, catching Diaz, and Diaz in for the clinch already. Ross looks like he's already sweating 30 seconds into the fight. Diaz looks like he's really good at maintaining that distance. We'll see if Ross is able to catch him. Diaz landing some nice clean counters. Big uppercut coming for Ross though. Oh, as an overhand, a risky overhand, catching the guard of Ross, but fortunately not punished. Hook coming through. Ross 1-2. Nice dodge of the hook. Now Diaz, I'll admit, dodging these hooks pretty well. Another dodged hook as he's going down. Ross now looking pretty low. 30 seconds for Diaz to work around if he wants that knockdown. A big uppercut sending Ross down, and Diaz now finding the first knockdown of this fight. Gale Ross might just be a journeyman, as Diaz already finding a knockdown in the first round. 10 seconds left, and it's looking pretty secured for Diaz in the first round at least. Ross, of course, not out of this fight. Still winnable. Both fighter trades big combinations at the end there. Diaz in for the clinch again. I'll do have to admit, Diaz pretty well at maintaining that distance and picking his shots where he's comfortable. Ross trying to find an opening, but Diaz is posing a bit of a struggle for Ross. Ross coming in this fight, saying he's pretty confident, but Diaz really putting up a fight against Ross as a big uppercut comes through again, and Ross now looking dangerously low as an uppercut comes through again on his way in. Ross now in the corner. Diaz looking to put him down again. 50 seconds to work around another duck from the hook coming from Ross. 1-2 landing for Diaz, and now Ross trying to really respond, but these hooks are just not landing for Ross today. And Ross looking dangerously low again. 30 seconds around the clock. Can we see Diaz put Ross down again in the second round here? Uppercut catching the guard of Ross, but a hook comes through and Ross down again. Nah. Diaz really putting up a fight and setting himself up in competition. And I will be real, although Gil Ross is 2-6, he has been just facing non-stop competition. Is Ross trying to move that head around, trying to change the game plan up a bit to a bit of success as Diaz in for the clinch. Big uppercut on his way in. Oh, as a big hook comes around for Diaz again, and Diaz, although looking low, a big stun on wobbly legs against the ropes. We'll see if Diaz can escape it, but no, a left hook sending Diaz down as Ross now responding and locking in round 3. Again, the fight is not over. Gil Ross definitely still has a chance in this fight. Shakur Stevenson, what's up? Oh,
Yo.
What's good, yo?
Nah, I'll be real. I think Girl's gonna win.
So far, but a big overhand catching the guard of Ross, and Ross now looking dangerously low. Diaz looking to bring him down. Ross forced to clench. 40 seconds for Diaz to work around an uppercut catching the guard. Ross just trying to survive, guarded up, but a hook sending Diaz now on wobbly legs. And now Diaz trying to maintain that distance again, sending Ross on wobbly legs, but no! Ross got too greedy and that's it! Nah! Gil Ross truly is a journeyman. This man has lost against Willie Diaz. But excellent performance from Diaz nonetheless. All right, into our second fight, into our next fight. We got Sugar Shakur, formerly known Abdullah Mason, versus Ben Davis. Known, as far as I know, Sugar Shakur, really good with the speed. Davis still here to prove himself. Oh, big combination coming from Davis. Davis goes in for the clench, and Shakur looking pretty low now. Oh, but a lightning combination coming from Shakur, dodging the overhand of Davis, going back in and trying to send Davis down now as he's on wobbly legs. Beautiful counter from Shakur. Davis able to land a big left uppercut. Davis looking dangerously low as Shakur narrowly missing Davis with a hook there. Surprisingly, Davis still up, given the pressure and output of Shakur, but a hook coming around, sending now Shakur on wobbly legs, and this could be a knockdown we see from either fighter. Davis cannot get too sluggish here. Shakur still definitely in it, and there it is, a three-piece combination sending Davis down, but what an opportunity for Davis there. Fortunately, I think he got a bit too greedy. Big overhand landing for Davis, but not enough damage. The hook coming around. 1-2 coming from Shakur now. 10 seconds left in the first round. Beautiful round for both fighters, I can't lie, but Shakur able to find that knockdown on Davis. We actually go to the betting odds as well. Sugar Shakur is a massive favorite going into this fight. This is one of the main card fights of tonight. 11-3. Can Davis prove himself? Come out on top as the massive underdog. So far, he is putting up work against Shakur, looking pretty good as Shakur catches Davis with an uppercut on his way down. Now putting up the pressure in for the clinch as his stamina drains a bit, and Davis trying to use his dash to his advantage. Nice hook, nice uppercut, but Shakur just too fast with the hands. Davis struggling to find a shot, but a hook coming through and breaking the guard of Shakur. Now Shakur on wobbly legs. Davis looking to put up the pressure, but a 1-2 fast combination coming from Shakur. Davis finding success with this hook, but it's not enough to really get in there against Shakur. The 1-2 just posing a big threat for Davis. Nice three-piece combination ending with a right hook for Shakur, and Davis really just struggling to find something. In this fight, his hooks are a bit successful, just he's really struggling to find that knockdown hook or hit. Now Davis looking pretty low again. 10 seconds left in the second round. Shakur showing why he's a massive favorite going into this fight. Now taunting him at the end there. Round 3 starting a bit slower. Both fighters now starting to not exert too much energy. It is an 8-round bout. Big hook coming through for Shakur, set up beautifully by the jab. In for the clinch as his stamina goes all the way down. Big hook landing for Shakur again, and Davis on wobbly legs. Shakur laughing, and Davis telling him to give him more. As Shakur terrorizes his body again. The speed is just, unfortunately, too good for Shakur, really asserting dominance with that jab, and Davis looking dangerously low again. 30 seconds left in the third round. Hopefully can survive going in for the clinch. And Shakur just really precise in this fight. He's catching him with these jabs, and Davis just struggling to find something as Shakur burning through his staminas again. And Davis down again on a 3-piece combination. And he's still up. I'll have to admit, Davis has the heart of a fighter. He is still in this match. We'll see if he can turn it around and hopefully find his timing. But these body shots coming from Shakur just finding him too much success. Big hook coming in for Davis. Oh, as Davis dashing out of harm's way into a big uppercut. Now Davis the one putting on that pressure against Shakur. Shakur able to respond pretty well though, even given the fact. Oh, big overhand coming from Davis on his way in. But Shakur landing these shots so precisely, even on the guard, it's doing damage to Davis. Big hook coming through. Shakur burning his stamina. Davis looking dangerously low. 50 seconds to work around. Can we see a knockdown coming from Shakur? Both fighters trading blows. 40 seconds left on the clock in the fourth round. Davis still managing to survive in this fight. 30 seconds dodging the hook, but the speed of Shakur is just too fast. Unfortunately, Davis not able to win, and Shakur showing why he's the massive favorite. All right, into the next fight. This is an undercard, about 6 rounds, 2 minutes. Jai Jones versus Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao coming off dominant wins, 2-0, all by way of knockout. Jai Jones off a loss. Jai Jones already out. All right, already into our next fight. Yes, this is the undercard fight. Manny Pacquiao versus Jai Jones. Damn, how long I've been on mute? Already starting off strong. Both fighters trading blows. Jones going to the body a bit. Nice light combinations from both fighters, but Pacquiao finding a stun against Jai, and Jai now on wobbly legs against the ropes. Pacquiao still not really engaging, showing some nice head movement. As Jones down already, Pacquiao finding a big knockdown in round one. Nice 1-2 to the body from Pacquiao. Jones kind of building up that damage against Pacquiao here. Pacquiao responding very well to these counters. Oh, Jones finding a big stun. Pacquiao now on wobbly legs, but that's saved by the bell. Fortunately, I don't think that would have been enough for Jones, though, in the first round. Big hook coming through for Jones. Pacquiao again on wobbly legs. Oh, but Pacquiao responding very well. Nice head movement from both fighters. Jones really proving he still might have what it takes. Pacquiao trying his best to make a name for himself. This is Pacquiao's third fight. Jones approaching. Oh my days! Jones down by a beautiful three-piece combination. Pacquiao really showcasing his potential. Nice 1-2 catching Jai Jones again, as Pacquiao looking very healthy in the ring, looking a lot more confident. Nice head movement. We're seeing really nice head movement from Pacquiao as well. Jones starting to go to the body a bit. Pacquiao looking a lot worse for wear in the third round, as a stun coming through for Jones. Hook not landing though. Pacquiao looking low, but very collected with the head movement. But Jones still landing these shots that matter. And Pacquiao looking really close to a knockdown now. Just trying to move that head, trying to dodge the shots coming from Jones. And Jones responding very well with nice head movement of his own. Pacquiao the one to clench. And Jones still putting up the pressure. Both fighters trading blows. Jones going to the body. Nice three-piece combination from Jones. Pacquiao looking like he's on the offense. A big uppercut coming through for Jones. Jones really picking up the pressure in the third round as he sends Pacquiao down with a left uppercut. And Jones has now found his timing in this fight. Pacquiao still up 2 knockdowns. "20 seconds left in the third round. Jones has somehow found his way back in the fight. He's looking a lot more sharp and has made the right adjustments against Pacquiao. Pacquiao still putting in the work though, but Jones has now taken it up a level, ending the round with a clean hook. We're now into the 4th round of this fight. Pacquiao looking like a massive underdog with the way Jones is approaching him. A big hook landing for Jones again. This is what... Oh, but Pacquiao now responding with a nice three-piece light combination on Jones, and Jones now playing on the offense a bit. Really collected still, trying to manage the distance from Pacquiao. Minute to work around, and Jones still connecting beautifully with his combinations. And I'll be honest, this might be really clean fighting Jones. I can't lie. This is the best I've seen him in a minute. He's really locked in. And Pacquiao nonetheless also putting up the pressure, but a hook coming through as Pacquiao now on wobbly legs, forced on the ropes as a left hook. A left uppercut sends Pacquiao down again for the 2nd time, and it's now anyone's game. 2 knockdowns for both fighters, 30 seconds left in the 4th round. Can we see Jai Jones turn it around? And it's looking pretty hot as catching Pacquiao again with a hook. Ten seconds left. Pacquiao going in for the clench. Jones allowing it to go through. And we're into the 5th round of this middleweight fight. What? So far, Jones really showing that he's still capable. And he might just shut Pacquiao's dominant career. Of course, it's not over yet as Pacquiao still responding very well. Jones still putting up the pressure that we saw in the 3rd and 4th round. A big hook coming through for Jones again. Pacquiao struggling to find shots. That's a 3-piece combination coming through for Jones again. Pacquiao looking low, forced to clench on the ropes. Minute for Jones to work around. Jones going in for the clench himself. Pacquiao allowing it, which is pretty smart. Immediately out of the clench, Jones first one to strike. 40 seconds left in the 5th round. Pacquiao still looking like he's struggling a bit, but he is definitely still putting up the pressure and remaining calm and collected. But Jones still landing these shots as a right light uppercut lands. Pacquiao dashing away from harms. Hook missing for Jones, in for the clinch, burning his stamina. Pacquiao throwing a 1-2 at the air. A big counter from a hook for Jones, and a one. Again, Pacquiao in for the clinch. 5 seconds left in the 5th round. And this might just go the decision, I can't lie. 6th round, 2 minutes left. Can we see a knockout? I'm sure this next one will be it. Jones looking a lot worse for wear early on, as Pacquiao now looking like he's about to get knocked out as he's forced to clinch. Jones smells blood. Can he put Pacquiao down in the 6th round? Can we see it come from Jones? Pacquiao trying to evade the shots now, really maintaining that distance. Nice head movement from Pacquiao. A minute left in the 6th round. Jones cannot get too sluggish here. A big hook catching the guard of Pacquiao, and Pacquiao playing on the offense, playing very well. In for the clinch again. Now both fighters looking very low here. Minute left in the 6th round. Uppercut landing on the guard of Jones. Jones now looking a lot lower than Pacquiao, but it's again just exchanging blows. Still yet to see a stun or a knockdown. Can we see it? 30 seconds left on the clock. Pacquiao showing exceptional head movement so far. Jones really picked it up rounds 3 to 6. 20 seconds left on the clock. Can Jones find a knockdown? Can Pacquiao survive? Can he pick up the pace in the last 10 seconds? We have a decision. And who will it be? Overhand sending Jones down in the last 5 seconds. Beautiful fight. Pacquiao able to get a sneaky overhand in the last 5 seconds of the fight. What a beautiful fight. Oh my gosh, what a fight. That's the last undercard fight, I believe, of the night. Up next, we have Naoya Inoue versus Sayla Xavier. Sayla Xavier coming off a loss. Naoya Inoue coming off a win off of Bill Hawk. We saw fight earlier. Just won against Adam Jabbar. We'll see some good technical boxing in this fight. Xavier going the 10 rounds with Diaz in their first fight. Fortunately, losing his last fight against Diaz, the now new WBA lightweight champion, who is set to defend his title against Issa Oni tonight as our main event. Round 8 rounds, 2 minutes. Go to the betting odds. This is a main card fight. And Xavier Sayla coming in as a slight favorite. 15-13. Xavier definitely big jab coming in for Inoue as Xavier already sent on wobbly legs. Overhand coming through, catching the guard of Xavier. Xavier now on the back foot. 40 seconds for Inoue to work around. He's smelling a knockdown. Xavier desperately trying to evade the shots of Inoue. 30 seconds left on the clock. Beautiful overhand landing for Inoue again. Now Xavier looking dangerously low, close to a knockdown. 10 seconds, 15 seconds left in the first round. Minute and 30 seconds left in the second round. Nice body work coming from Inoue. Xavier struggling a bit to find something in this fight. Minute left in the second round. Inoue getting really close to that body knockdown. Xavier might just be forced to take a knee here. Big hook lands for Xavier on Inoue's, but Inoue able to finish. Xavier forcing him to take a knee. Xavier might be frustrated with the body spam. I might understand his frustration. Anyway, missing a overhand as Xavier able to lean back. 10 seconds left in the second round. Xavier landing a nice light uppercut. Xavier, I think, trying to go to the body, but Inoue looks a lot shorter than Xavier, so him going down is just a lot easier compared to Xavier trying to go to his body. As a big stun comes through for Inoue, trying to end it with an overhand. Nice head movement from both fighters. Three-piece combination from Xavier, but Inoue able to really just respond very well. As a big hook comes through for Inoue, and Xavier again on wobbly legs. Inoue missing his overhand, and Xavier immediately back into the action. Nice head movement from Xavier. Anyway, now really trying to go for that head. Xavier looking very low, forced to clench as Anyway immediately breaks out of the clench. Nice counter coming from Xavier. Xavier now finding the knockdown on Inoue in the third round. And Inoue starting to go to the body again. Sayla Xavier now turning the tables in the third round. Inoue starting to still seeing head movement from both fighters. Very nice head movement. Minute and 30 seconds left in the fourth round. Xavier able to land a hook, but Inoue responding very well with a combination of his own. Xavier really trying to maintain that distance from Inoue, trying to play with that reach advantage as Inoue is looking a lot shorter than Xavier. Oh, but a light hook breaking the guard of Xavier now on wobbly legs. Inoue looking to put Xavier down in the fourth round. Minute for Inoue to work around. Xavier still in the fight. Nice head movement from Xavier, dodging the 1-2. Canceling the animation of that left hook coming from Inoue. And Xavier still surviving even though he's low. 40 seconds in the fourth round. Hook coming around for Inoue. Xavier now looking like he's close to a knockdown as Inoue exerts all his energy into that combination, forced to clench. Xavier looking dangerously low. 30 seconds on the clock. Nice head movement from Xavier. Inoue narrowly dodging the hook, but Xavier again low. 20 seconds. Forced to clench. Xavier just trying to survive. Not risk the knockdown. Overhand might come through for Inoue if he can find the opening. 10 seconds left on the clock. Xavier making it difficult for Inoue to really close that distance. And what a fourth round. Inoue able to find that stun in the fourth round, but Xavier definitely, shockingly, surprisingly survived for almost a minute, given the fact. And I think Xavier really starting to pick up on the reach advantage, trying to play that distance a bit. Catch Inoue on his way in. Beautiful jab from Xavier. Inoue starting to go to the body a bit. Nice jab catching Inoue. Minute in the fifth round. Big uppercut as Inoue's on his way in. Minute left in the fifth round, and honestly, stamina just looking almost near identical to one another. Both fighters pacing themselves out to one another. Inoue managing to break the guard. Xavier able to dodge a shot. Oh, big hook for Xavier as Inoue tries to duck. And we're into the 6th round. What a fight. So far, Sayla Xavier, remember, coming in as a slight favorite. Inoue really putting up the work. And it's definitely showing great potential. Xavier really being put to the test in this fight. Trying to bounce back from his losses. Had a great start to his career. And Inoue just trying his best to establish himself. 1 minute left in the 6th round. Both fighters are really not trying to overextend themselves too much. That would potentially cost them the round or cost them the fight. There's a hook missing for Xavier. Inoue trying to capitalize off of that. Xavier managing to create that distance fairly easily. 30 seconds left in the 6th round. Sayla Xavier has honestly found his timing. I will be honest. I think Xavier definitely starting to be the one who's putting more output and connecting a lot better in these later rounds. Inoue, of course, still is putting up that pressure, but I think Xavier is just a lot more confident with the stamina difference. Or the stamina being low on stamina, and this might just go down to, you know, experience. I'll have to admit, Inoue doing relatively very well for his level and the level of competition he's being put at. Nice body work from Inoue. 1-2 catching Xavier, as Xavier now responding by going to the body of Inoue. Minute and 20 seconds left on the clock. We're still seeing one-piece combinations. Xavier managing to break the guard of Inoue, and Inoue both fighters just trying to find something. I do have to admit, Inoue looking slightly worse for wear compared to Xavier. Xavier still really asserting dominance with that jab. 30 seconds left in the 7th round, and honestly, I might say we might just go the decision. And although I think Inoue has put up, I think, 2 knockdowns, Xavier has definitely been putting more output in the later rounds, especially through rounds 4 and 7 so far. We'll see if he can keep up the pressure in round 8. If he really wants to secure this win, he should find a knockdown or even a couple of stuns, but 2 minutes to work around now for both fighters. Xavier landing a big jab. We are experiencing, I think, some lag. Anyway, looking a lot lower than Xavier here. Minute for him to work around. Can he really find anything given the amount of stamina both fighters have to work with? Xavier really landing those power jabs. $50 left in the 8th round. And we might just go the decision. As Inoue looking very low. Xavier looking at like he has a healthy amount of time to work around as Inoue in for the clinch, looking dangerously low. 30 seconds left. Xavier landing his shots on the guard of Inoue. Can he find the shot that will send Inoue down in the 8th round? 25 seconds to work around. Still putting up immense pressure. Even with the stamina difference, and Inoue just playing on the offense, really trying to survive. And there's a stun as he's forced to clench again. Xavier really looking to bring Inoue down in the 8th round here. Can we see him bring Inoue down? Just not enough stamina though. And it goes to decision. Inoue wins. Huh? I don't get it. Up next, we got a really big fight. Baron Archer making his return to WBC versus Achilles Archer. Pretty dominant. Pretty dominant contender Achilles Archer. This fight, we go to the betting odds. We see it's a split draw. A draw, complete draw, 9-9. Baron Archer, known as Antonio Archer. People are starting to doubt whether or not he still has it in him. Archer also a very good in-box fighter. Archer really putting up the pressure compared to Archer. Archer versus Archer. This is going to be fun, yeah. Achilles really putting up the pressure against Antonio as a stun off the body comes through for Achilles. Antonio also able to respond very well as Archer now looking dangerously low as well. 30 seconds left in the first round and we're already seeing big combinations land back and forth as Archer now has to play a bit on the offense. Archer landing a beautiful right hook. Achilles and Baron really playing on the offense, trying to survive the knockdown, which surprised he's still trying to go in, but a big, oh my days, nice head movement from Baron as Achilles getting a bit too desperate there for the knockdown. A beautiful counter to end the round for Baron, and I want to say that might even the scorecards for the first round. Antonio really proving that he still has what it takes compared. This is a style of new gen versus old gen. Archer still remaining calm and collected in the ring. Archer getting close to a stun. Same for... And there it is. Done off the body as Achilles looking for the knockdown. Big left hook landing. Antonio guarded up. Still responding beautifully with these 1-2 combinations as... Nice lean back. Evades the shot, but not a left hook. As now Antonio, the first one to taste the canvas in. Second round. Beautiful hook landing for Baron. Archer really using the head movement to his advantage. Antonio still has it. Can't lie. Big hook for both fighters. Achilles looking a lot worse for wear. Light uppercut for both fighters. Archer close to a knockdown. 20 seconds for Baron to work around. Achilles dashing out of harm's way. Baron still looking to really close off the round strong as a big stun coming through, and an overhand sends Achilles down with 10 seconds left in the second round. Beautiful setup from Antonio. But we look at the stamina difference, and it looks like Antonio is definitely exerting more effort. Nice trade of hooks for both fighters. I'll be honest, Archer is targeting the body when it matters, and I think that's playing a big role in the stamina disparity. Although Baron is responding very well, given the fact of the body pressure. Nice duck from the hook by Achilles. Baron landing a beautiful right hook. As a left hook sends Baron now on wobbly legs. Achilles finding a stun on Antonio as Antonio on the offense, on the ropes. Although still impressive head movement given his time away from the ring. But it's looking dangerous for Antonio, although he's still putting up the pressure. And he's really turning the tables against Achilles, as Achilles looking also very low here. It could be anyone's knockdown. Who will it be, as a hook comes around for Baron, and Achilles down again. As Baron now has something to say. And now Baron emoting on Achilles. Showing the power that old gens have on us. Ending the third round very strong for Baron, but again, we look at the stamina disparity. It's looking a lot worse for Baron. We'll see if he's able to manage the pressure, or if Achilles is able to pick up the pressure with the advantage. So far, Baron looking very precise. Although stun meter building up for Baron, as Achilles, I believe, can sense that. Big power jab for both fighters. Hook missing for Baron. Achilles immediately on the offense. As Achilles now forced to clench with the pressure of Baron. As a hook comes through for Achilles, sending Baron again on wobbly legs. Minute to work around for Achilles. Can Baron find his way out of this. Great lean back coming from Baron, but a hook missing. Another hook missing for Achilles, though. An overhand break in the guard of Baron. Baron looking dangerously low here, and it could be it as a hook comes through again, and Baron is down. Of course, he is still up. And it's looking dangerous for Antonio now. As we're into the 4th round, 30 seconds left. Another stun coming through again. Achilles picking up the pressure against Antonio here. Antonio just hopefully looking to survive the round, make it to the next. "15 seconds left for Antonio to hopefully survive, and Achilles Archer really exerting the stamina to end off the round. As Antonio now... Achilles actually emoting at the end there. And we're into the 5th round of a great fight. We'll see if Baron can make the right adjustments and claw back from the knockdown difference. Nice lean back counter from Baron. Achilles Archer now ever so slightly on that back foot as he goes in with a beautiful hook. Baron responding very well, though. Baron getting caught with a few shots as the hook comes through for Archer or Achilles. Oh, as a stun now coming through, and that could be it if Archer allowing the clench to get through. Smart idea. And it's looking dangerous for Antonio. It's very close. Achilles smells blood. He's looking for that knockdown. He cannot get too greedy here. A hook coming through. Baron in the corner of the ring. And a big uppercut sending him down. And that's it. What? A fight. What? A fight. We're on to the next fight. We got a catchweight fight. Ocean Lee versus Kaiden Sakayori. The last main card fight, and we're moving into the co-main, or this is the co-main event, sorry. Both fighters known for their Explosive speed. Ocean already looking low. As Kaiden Sakiori finds the first knockdown of the fight. Twenty seconds left in the first round. I forget, we can go to the betting odds for this fight. But Ocean Lee coming as a massive favorite. Oh my days. 21-7. Minute and 30 seconds left in the second round. Sorry, I'm still kind of shocked by the last fight. Beautiful performance from both fighters as immediately we're in Ocean Lee catching a nice combination, but looking a lot worse for wear as Kaiden Sakiori looking very confident in that ring. Sakiori showing his speed is superior to Lee's. Oh, as a big overhand comes through, and now both fighters looking very low here. Lee plays very well under pressure as Sakiori looking low as well. Big hook. Overhand missing. A stun coming through. Forced to clench. Sakiori sends Ocean down for the second time. Oh my. It's 21-7. Odds. Kaiden Sakiori, the massive underdog of this fight. Although Lee fighting as a lightweight compared to Kaiden, he is a middleweight. So that power and speed might just be what's winning him this fight. Nice light combination from Sakiori. Oh, big hook. Landing for Sakiori. Ocean on wobbly legs again. And that's over. Knockout for Kaiden in dominant fashion. Yo, Issa. Ah. Oh, excuse me. My fault. Yo, Issa. All right, finally we have it here. Our main event tonight, fight night number 2. Caleb Diaz coming off a win, claiming the title, the WBA lightweight title against Xavier Sela. Isaoni, seasoned veteran, shown by his level. He's coming back to prove that still has it. And we go to the betting odds of this fight. Isaoni coming in as a massive favorite. Light favorite, coming in as a favorite. He's 17 to 13 votes. That Issa will win. Diaz defending his title tonight, immediately put against good competition. Minute left in the first round. This is scheduled for 10 rounds, 2 minutes. Diaz going to the body of Oni. Oni, someone really good at guarding up, but a big stun coming through for Diaz off a power jab. 30 seconds left in the first round, and Oni going to the body, changing up his game plan as a hook comes through for Diaz, and now Oni catches Diaz with a hook on his way in. Oni landing these shots, but it's catching the guard of Diaz, but a light combination comes through for Diaz. A hook, a right hook, catching Diaz, and now Diaz in the corner, somewhere where he should not want to be, but saved by the bell as a animations might look weird. Nope, we're good. Minute and 50. These are 2-minute rounds. Diaz really comfortable playing the late rounds. Oni hoping to get an early stoppage so that doesn't have to go through that hassle. Diaz playing on the back foot. Beautiful hook coming from Oni as Diaz still going to the body, although not looking like it's doing much damage as Diaz dashes out of a 2-piece combination. Nice body work from Diaz, going in for the clinch. Oni immediately breaks out of the clinch, and Diaz in the corner again. And that's usually where Diaz wants to be, as he is the one emoting, telling Oni to give him more, but we look at the stamina difference between the two fighters. Issa Oni already looks drained in the second round compared to Diaz, as Diaz landing a nice light combination to Oni. Oni really playing into the game of Diaz. I think he's kind of just chasing him around the ring, and Diaz able to just kind of capitalize off Oni's mistakes as a big hook lands as Oni tries to go to the body, and a big 1-2 to the body, sending Oni maybe on wobbly legs here. 10 seconds in the second round. Nice light combination ending in an uppercut for Oni, but looking pretty dangerous. Nice head movement from Oni. Big overhand to end the round for Oni. But although I think and Diaz is up on the scorecards for sure. These body shots are really adding up. And I think if Oni really wants his chance, we need to see a stoppage from the refs. Two knockdowns on Diaz. As another stun comes through, but for the opposite end, Oni now looking pretty low on the body as an uppercut missing, and Diaz just terrorizing. 10 seconds on the clock. Oni needs to survive this round. 5 seconds. Will we see him take a knee? He's still throwing shots and he survives into the 5th round. Able to get a bit of corner time as he's now regenerated that body health that Diaz has worked hard for. The stamina disparity is just looking so significant, especially given the fact that it's only the 5th round of the 10. Diaz lands a nice hook, but immediately goes in for the clinch. Oni now is just bootstrapping with whatever he has to work with. Throwing some jabs in. Ooh, as a big uppercut misses, and those are the type of shots you do not want to miss, especially in the pocket. And with how much stamina he has. Nice combination ending in an uppercut. And I think Oni has found potentially the secret to beating Diaz. But will it be too late as a stun comes through for Diaz? And Oni now still keeping calm and collected. He's still not really utilizing the back foot too much. Still really trying to press up against Diaz. Put on the pressure. 30 seconds left in the 5th round. And Issa Oni looking significantly worse for wear. As now a stun comes through. And Diaz putting up the pressure. Just a lot more stamina to work around compared to Oni. And now Oni looking like he's now the underdog of this fight. Oni just does not have much stamina to work around. These big uppercuts, though, are landing as Diaz is getting pretty sluggish. Oni immediately going in for the clinch as Diaz now utilizing that movement, and Oni missing another uppercut. Diaz capitalizing off through the body and finding a stun. These body shots are just throwing Oni off rhythm. But a big ghost uppercut, I think, just lands for Oni. And Diaz now looking very low. Big uppercut trading for both fighters. And at this point, it can be anyone's game. Oni, honestly, I would have allowed the clench to go through to really recover. But Diaz looking very low here as Oni walks into a stiff jab. 50 seconds in the 6th round. We're really close to a knockout, but I think both fighters really not wanting to risk too much, but Diaz landing a beautiful combination. And that jab really playing well for Diaz, but Oni responding very well given the stamina he has to work around. Missing a hook, and Diaz able to respond very well with a beautiful counter. 20 seconds left. Oni now trying to change gears and play in survival mode as 15 seconds is left to survive the round for Oni. Will Diaz find the knockdown? 5 seconds left. Oni still up and Diaz just going to the body. Not really going for the knockdown. We're into the 7th round of this main event, Fight Night number 2. Big combinations from Oni, although catching the guard. Still doing damage. Big hook coming through for Oni again, and these are the championship rounds. As Diaz trying his best to play on that back foot again in the corner. I just don't get this. It's that plan of going to the corner. As Oni forced to clench, burning his stamina. Immediately both fighters trading combinations. Hook breaking the guard of Diaz. 50 seconds to work around for both fighters. Stiff jab coming through for Oni. Nice hook breaking the guard of Diaz, and Diaz looking very low here, and it's a dangerous game to be on the ropes. Immediately getting out of it though. Oni starting to connect a lot better as Diaz looking dangerously low. 30 seconds in the 7th round. Will we see a new champion if Oni can pull it off? Diaz looking very collected still in the ring. Oh, as a big uppercut catches Diaz. 10 seconds now for Oni to work around, and Diaz goes in for the clinch, immediately broken out of. Diaz trying to pick up the pressure. Oni walks into a stiff jab again, and Diaz finds a last second stun. And this is what you would call the championship rounds for Oni if he wants the fight. I don't think he would win on this decisions. He needs to get a knockdown or knockout. I think with 2 minutes to work around, he's looking very confident. As Diaz just trying to find his angle, trying to maneuver around the ring. Oni sticking to that stiff jab that has been playing him success as a hook. Narrowly missing Diaz. Diaz starting to go to the body a bit. The stun meter building up for both fighters. Minute left in the 8th round. Oni missing a crucial hook, but immediately cancels his Diaz animation. But Diaz able to find a body stun off of Oni. A minute for Diaz now to work around, and the champion is starting to pick up the pressure. And there it is. That could be it. It's not it. Oni is still up in this fight. Diaz now forced to clench. 20 seconds left in the 8th round. Will Issa be able to find the shot? As a big hook comes through for Oni again. Diaz now on the back foot, playing on the offense. 5 seconds on the clock, and Oni catching him with a beautiful uppercut at a big overhand, but not enough. And I will have to say Diaz was saved by the bell there. Going into the 9th round, a lot more damage than Oni, I will say. And Oni just really doing damage to Diaz, but just Diaz is able to sway these shots given the fact that his head is so red. Another big uppercut coming through, but catching the guard of Diaz. Stiff jab coming in for Diaz as Oni catches him with a big hook. We're into the 9th round of our main event for WBC Fight Night number 2. Will we see Oni get the knockout? Will we see Diaz go the distance or find a knockout on Oni? Minute left in the 9th round, and Oni looking a lot worse for wear, but Diaz also definitely low as well. Stamina has now balanced out for both fighters. And Diaz looking now a lot worse for wear, and Oni smells that, and he really wants to close the distance. Diaz doing anything it takes to get away from the pressure of Oni. 30 seconds left in the 9th round. Stiff jab coming for Diaz. Both fighters now trading both stiff jabs. Hook coming through for Oni, catching the guard of Diaz, and Diaz going to the body. Breaking the guard of Oni and catching him with a double up on the stiff jab. 10 seconds left in the 9th round, and that might be it! That's it! New WBA lightweight champion! And I'm sure Diaz will want his rematch immediately, but what a fight! I don't think Diaz was expecting that. What an event, what a fight, what an amazing turnout. Thank you everyone for tuning in to WBC Fight Night number 2. Everyone have a good night.